In grammar today, we are going to talk about commas. I'm going to do the teaching portion first. We're going to use commas with direct speech and names and use commas in compound sentences. And then I'm going to turn you loose on some practice pages in your reader's notebook pages, and let you just practice further with each of these concepts. So, commas are used to introduce direct speech, or the exact words that someone says. Okay, we use quotation marks before and after the words someone says to set them apart from the other words in a sentence. And when a speaker is addressing someone, a comma is used to set off the person's name. So, let's look at this example. Holler Park, Sarah, is home to many African animals. To figure out use of commas and quotation marks, I need to ask, does the sentence include an introductory word or the name of a person being addressed? These are our thinking questions, okay? Or does the quotation include words that tell who's speaking? Well, Sarah is the person being addressed. So you need to put a comma before and after her name. So I put a comma after the introductory word, yes, here in the second example. Yes, we do have lions and zebras here. Okay? Because this sets the yes, the introductory word, apart. And then in this example, I love zebras, Sarah said. This is who Sarah tells us who is speaking, and we have direct quotations, okay? So does the quotation include words that tell who is speaking? In this case, no. We need to set that person apart. Okay? So the name of a person being addressed, introductory word, or who is speaking. Introductory words can be yes, no, and well, and that just kind of shows a pause in the sentence. So we're not going to write these on a separate sheet of paper, but let's go through a few examples. Number 1, Jake said, I'd like to visit an animal sanctuary. We need to find what's wrong with the commas and quotation marks in this sentence. Well, Jake said is telling us who's speaking, so we need to have a comma after Jake said. And then I'd like to visit an animal sanctuary needs the beginning quotation marks. It's missing those. So it should read, Jake said, comma, quotation mark, I'd like to visit an animal sanctuary, period, quotation mark. Okay? Number 2, Chuck, you should meet us at the zebra enclosure. All right? Chuck is the name of the person that's being addressed. So Chuck starts it. It's also the introductory word in our entire sentence. So Chuck, comma, you should meet us at the zebra enclosure. Okay? And this, it doesn't look like this is, no one's saying it, so we don't need to worry about quotations, although it is obviously someone speaking. Okay? So let's move on. Let's look at commas in compound sentences. Now remember, compound sentence is made up of two simple sentences that's joined by a coordinating conjunction. Remember, coordinating conjunction is the word such as and, but, or so. Okay? In a compound sentence, the comma is used before the coordinating conjunction. Okay? So, I love hippos, but elephants are my favorite animal. To identify where I need to use a comma, I need to ask these thinking questions. Which word is the coordinating conjunction, and where does the comma go in the sentence? I see the coordinating conjunction but. So I know I need to put the comma before it and after the word hippos. Let's do some more examples and see if we can identify the coordinating conjunction and add the comma where it belongs in these sentences. Let's look at number 1. The hippo needed help. yet he kept everyone at a distance. Okay, can you find the coordinating conjunction? Our coordinating conjunction is the word yet. So we need to put our comma after help before the word yet. There's only one thing left to do on the report, so let's do it now. Can you find the coordinating conjunction in each sentence in this sentence? Here it's the word so. So we would put our comma here after report before the word so. 3, 4, 5, and 6, if you need more practice, you can pause the video and see if you can find the coordinating conjunction and identify where the comma needs to go. If you're feeling pretty confident about commas with direct speech and names and commas in compound sentences, then I'm going to get you started in your reader's notebook. So this is page 319 in your reader's notebook. We have all the information and examples in our thinking question on the top of our page. You're going to write the sentences correctly, adding commas where they are needed. Remember to ask these thinking questions. Does the sentence include the introductory word or the name of the person being addressed? Or does the quotation include words that tell who is speaking? So the first one, yes, giant tortoises sleep inside their shells. Where would the comma go in that sentence? Right, we have an introductory word yes, so our comma would be after the word yes before giant. Yes, comma, giant tortoises sleep inside their shells. You're on your own for the other 4 sentences, but we're also going to do page 320, the commas in compound sentences. So again, here is your information and your thinking question. You're going to join each pair of sentences using the conjunction word in parentheses at the end. And be sure that your compound sentence has a comma before you insert that conjunction. So, hippos graze for hours each evening, comma, and they eat up to 150 pounds of food a day, period. That's how you would rewrite the first example. So pages 319 and 320, make sure to have your learning adult check your work. And you can ask them questions if you do not understand. They can guide you back to the examples.